Hey, what's up? It's Abbas. I hate long intros, so I'm gonna get right into this one because I think a lot of people are gonna find this extremely valuable. Um, and yeah, this is gonna be the last video that you'll need to watch on Google reviews and how to handle them for your business entirely. Yeah, and this is gonna be the best way to get 50 Google reviews in the next 30 days. And I'll make it super simple. And again, like I said, by the end of this video, you'll have all the actionable steps that you'll need to take in order to get your 50 reviews or even more. And I'm going to be going through every single thing. So yeah, in the previous video, I was talking about local SEO and how you can get ranked in the top three using local SEO. And one of the biggest the biggest factor for local SEO is literally your Google reviews, and not just from a ranking perspective, but also from a customer perspective as well, in terms of trust and credibility. Um, so yeah, I'm going to be covering all of these topics here, and on the side here you can see all of these are marked in order. Like why are reviews important, and do they really help your business? How does Google use them to determine your ranking on the map pack, and what is the best way to get them? And this will also be including proven templates, and like I said, this will have literally every single thing that you'll need to get started. So as soon as this video finishes, you can take action on this. And these templates, again, if you click on the side over here, it'll drag you straight down to the bottom where the templates are all listed. And yeah, of course, if you do need this entire document that I'm sharing with you here, yeah, literally just message me on Facebook or Instagram. I made brand new social media accounts, so if you just go ahead and message me on there, I'll give you this to you completely for free. But yeah, so, and the last topic that I'll be covering, and all of you guys are gonna love this, because what this is gonna do is gonna literally automate the entire process. So after watching today's video, not only are you going to have all the steps that you need to take in order to get your reviews, as many as you possibly can, you'll also have the ability to automate the entire process, which means that you're never going to have to worry about this ever again, essentially. Yeah, you're not even going to be thinking about this, and your reviews are just going to keep piling on day in and day out, and it's going to be running on autopilot, essentially. So yeah, let's get right into it. Why are reviews important, and do they really help your business? So the first key point here is I listed it so I can get you to understand it from a customer's perspective, right? So as a business owner, yeah, of course they do matter to you, but as a customer, now this is data that are pulled from global research agencies like Bright Local and things of that nature. But yeah, 88% of your customers, place as much trust in your reviews as they do in personal recommendations. Which you can imagine, like if you're looking for a specific product to fix a specific issue, and then let's say you go on Amazon, for example, right? Because everyone shops on Amazon these days, and you're looking at the reviews for this particular product, and you see one particular customer saying, hey, like this product fixed problem X for me, and then you have that same problem X, so you're a lot more likely to engage with that product and actually go ahead and buy that product. It could even be a service, but you get the idea. Personal recommendations, essentially the same thing as reviews, so that's why it's really important from a customer perspective. And then next one is small business versus big business, and this doesn't have anything to do with the people watching this video, because you guys are taking a little bit of time to watch this video to better your reputation and your reviews, of course. But a lot of businesses that I'll see usually are neglecting their reviews, and it's usually the smaller ones, where you see all the larger businesses are doing literally every single thing that they can to better their standing and better their reputation, whether it's online or offline. And you have companies like Amazon, for example, if you get a faulty product delivered to your house from Amazon, they'll literally just once you get on the support call with them, they'll just say, hey, listen, drop it back off to us, we'll give you a full refund, no questions asked usually. Sometimes they might ask you one or two questions, but usually it's whatever, cool, just return it to us, we'll give you a full refund as long as your customer's happy. And the main reason that is because they understand this one important thing. 90% of shoppers basically, they are looking at reviews. They are looking at where to buy from, and what to buy as well. Which is both important. And the last thing is building a brand. So most business owners start their own business because they want something better than what a job offers usually, and somewhere along the way most forget why they started. And this is specifically for local businesses. Why? Because they are usually running a smaller shop, and they try to wear multiple hats. Try to do this, try to do a little bit of that, and in that whole mess, they usually just forget about even about the original vision that they had of where they wanted to be in like 10 years, 20 years time or whatever. So they're usually just stuck in one place, and it's because of a lack of structure and direction. Literally is all there is. And so this should hopefully help out a lot of you guys who are probably stuck in this particular position right here as well. Okay, so that's enough about the theoreticals and all that, facts and figures, stuff like that. So what does Google look at when determining your ranking? It's pretty straightforward and simple. Number of reviews, quality of reviews, frequency of reviews, and how many of them got a response. Okay, so for example, number of reviews, volume increases credibility. It's pretty self-explanatory, but again, let's use Amazon as an example. If you had two really similar products doing exactly the same thing, for example, let's say if it was like a pair of earphones, right? So one of them was like, let's say 20 reviews, the other one has like a few hundred reviews. What is the deciding factor at that point? And it's pretty similar with local businesses, especially because like the services that you're usually offering, there's other people who are offering the exact same thing. So the chances of a customer, coming to you is a lot of the time it comes down to your reviews, because a lot of them are searching for you on the Google page where the map is showing like, okay, this business is doing this here, this, stuff like that. And they're going to go with the ones with the higher reviews. Similarly, how you're going to choose a product on Amazon that has the higher reviews as well. And of course, it has local SEO benefits, not to say. And then next one is quality of reviews. It's just talking about how many of your reviews coming through are actually 4 and 5 stars, essentially, because it's all well and good if you're getting a lot of reviews, but if they're all like, 2 stars, 3 stars, maybe even some 1 stars, customers can get put off from that. And it's one of the biggest reasons a lot of businesses are actually scared of asking customers for reviews, because I think they might be getting bad reviews and stuff like that, and it will hurt the image. So I'm going to show you at the end of this how you can completely negate all of that, so you're never getting any of the 1 stars and 2 stars. But yeah, this will ultimately increase customer confidence, because they're seeing like all of these other people are really happy with your service or product. There's no chance that they're going to be the one unicorn who's going to basically stumble and fail with your business. And of course, increased customer conversion. If they're convinced of your product, then of course there's no question about it, they're going to convert. Frequency of reviews, and this is really important for your search engine ranking. Why? Because this is basically user generated content for Google. A review is something a user types in, which is considered a user generated content, which is why it ranks you a lot higher. And it's your competitive advantage because you're watching this video. Now, why is this? Is because even some of the larger businesses who might have a few hundred reviews even, they don't necessarily even consider this, is that they might get a review once a month, but they've been in business for like 10 plus years. That's why they might have like 100 reviews, right? But getting a review once a month versus getting a review almost every single day or every other day is going to have you ranking higher than them, simply because of frequency. Now that you know this, you can directly target for this. And now lastly, which is the most important one, is how many of these reviews are actually getting a response. So now I put multiple bullet points here, but I can probably put a lot more. So demonstrating active management, there's someone actually behind the scenes who's caring about your brand and reputation, all that stuff. Creates repeat loyal customers. Now, if once you actually, for example, someone says, hey, I had an amazing experience or this, that, and the other, and someone responds to that and says, hey, I'm glad you had an amazing experience, would love to see you again soon, or something of that nature. When customers are actually seeing that you care about what they're saying to you about your business, this not only encourages more reviews, but also shows Google, hey, like this particular business actually cares about what people are saying about their brand. These people are professional. Like just being in that mindset of like wanting to take care of your customers, caring about what they're saying, is gonna just rank you a lot higher on Google. And also, it's gonna get it's like a compounding effect of like more reviews coming in, more customers seeing you in return, and just so on and so forth. But yeah, I wanted to just put like a study over here as well. 89% of your customers are actually favoring businesses who are actively responding to your reviews. And now I put this over here just to highlight, like, even negative reviews, you can turn into something positive for your business, simply because, for example, let's say someone you had like all 5-star reviews, but then it's like 1, 2-star or 3-star review, and then you go ahead and respond to that review, like, hey, I'm really sorry you had this experience. Please let us come back into the store, or like let us know how we can fix this, something like that. A potential customer who sees that review is gonna be like, hey, listen, like these guys, even if they mess up, like they get things done right. That's even though it was a bad review, but the way that you handled it, and that's just gonna like put you in a better light than if you didn't like respond to this negative review in the first place. So you're killing two birds, one stone, replying to reviews, which is going to increase your ranking overall, and also turning a negative into a positive, which is why this is really important to be doing this last part over here. And again, at the end of this video, I'll be showing you how this can all be automated as well. So basically, you're just going to have to just sit there, get your reviews coming in essentially. If you made it this far and you found something useful in this entire video, do like and sub. I am creating a new channel over here and brand new social media accounts as well. And so this last part over here is basically that's pretty much it. So we'll continue on. Now we'll get to the juicy content, is what is the best way to get Google reviews. And so like you got to think about it like this, like from a customer perspective, like you want to keep it super easy for customers to leave you a review. Why? Because a lot of the time, if the more resistance there is to do something, the less likely the customer is to do that particular thing. And I'll show you how you can make it super easy for them as well, and also give them a little nudge, without being so pushy. And that's where the templates that's where the templates come in, where like it's worded in a way where like you're not being super pushy, you're not sounding like you're desperate for reviews, or you're not begging the customer, because the last thing again you want to do is ruin the customer experience, because you want these same customers coming back again and again, and you want to keep the the relationship kind of casual, and make it seem like you're super nonchalant, but so 87% of your customers are actually willing to leave you a review for your business. So it doesn't really get any easier than this. So there's literally no way to really mess this up. Now with these templates and everything, so you can see I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, and then these follow-up messages, these are what you're going to usually do. So the reason I put these follow-up messages here is simply because a lot of the times you message someone, let's say, and they're like, okay, cool, you know what, I really want to give you a review, this, that, and other, but they might be driving when you message them, they might be like in the kitchen cooking something, whatever, and they'll just forget about it. And then if you go ahead and actually remind them a second time, then like, oh, you know what, crap, I actually forgot last time, I didn't actually leave this person a review, whatever. And then that also shows at the same time, like, hey, these guys actually care. Like, it's not just like, you randomly just message me one day. It's more like they actually care about like my review and my response, feedback, whatever. And the second time they see it, you know what, damn, bro, I forgot last time, let me just quickly finish off this time and leave them a review. And trust me, like the rates of responses to these follow-up messages is like almost double the response rate to these first messages. And I'll show you how they're worded as well and why they're worded. the way that they are. So for example, the first one is like, hey, customer name, super important. You gotta make sure you put the customer name in there, so it's like a special message directly for them. And it's not like just a random spam copy paste message essentially. I hope you're loving the recent purchase we made from business name. Again, important to put the business name in there because they want to know who the message is actually from. Can you take a quick moment to leave a review and let others know about your experience? So this first message over here is angled in a way where the customer is helping other customers make a more informed decision. And I appreciate your feedback. And this is really important. A review link directly to your Google page. Right, if you have your GMB set up, you can literally get the link from your page, copy and paste right here. And this takes them directly to the page, so they don't have to like search up your name and everything. Let's say they forget, don't leave your review the first time. Hey, customer name, this is a follow-up message by the way. Like, hey, customer name, just checking to see if you got my last message. If you have a moment, it would mean the world to me if you could take 10 seconds to leave a quick review for my business and then business name. Now you can see like all of these wordings over here, like it's all like super personable coming from like a local business point of view, because the last thing you want to do is like, hey, we hope like you had a good experience, like our business, like from a customer's perspective, like who's we, who's us. Like customers don't really care about us, we, all this stuff, man. Like they don't really care to like engage with a corporation essentially, simply because like with a larger corporation, their small message or feedback is minuscule. But when you phrase it in a way where like you're the small local business that's wanting them to give you feedback or give you a review, it's like it matters to the customer at that point, because their small input is gonna have a massive impact because it's a small business, and that's why it's worded in that particular way. And these have a lot higher response rates than like when you use the words like we, like our business or our enterprise, whatever. You get the idea. And then again, review link, super important. You want to leave that in there to make it as easy as possible for the customer. Now, here's what you're going to do, right? Like, if you're a super small business that can keep track of all of this stuff, that's cool. This, you can literally take this and go away with it and, get your 50 reviews in the next 30 days. So the way you're going to do that is take all of your past customers and put them in like a spreadsheet, so you can keep track of them, and just their name, phone number. Oh, by the way, you're going to do this over text as well, because texts have a 98% open rate, whereas emails where the open rate is so much lower. And also texts make it a lot more personable as well. It's like, kind of like when you receive a text from someone like, hey, it's super casual, this, that, and other. But when you receive an email, it's a lot more formal, and it's texts are just a lot more lax. So that's why you want to use these as your mode of communication with the customer. Right, so take all of your past customers, just message 20 of them per day. Because I'm sure a lot of you guys been in business for like multiple years, you collect customer information and stuff like that. So just start messaging some of your customers, every day. Let's do 20, and if you want to keep track in the Google sheet, like just an Excel sheet or something like that, just like, hey, this person left me a review, this person didn't. So that's if you're like a super small business and you can keep track of stuff like that. And again, the automation I'm going to show you at the end keeps track of all of this stuff for you automatically, so that way you don't have to do the manual spreadsheet thing and all that stuff. But this way, if you're sending 20 messages per day, in 30 days you're likely to get way more than 50 reviews. Because I'm going to put the screenshot up here somewhere, but this was literally 1 hour into this. I think that was 25 messages sent or something. Literally 1 hour into this process, this client using the exact same strategy was like, damn, 7 reviews already. That's pretty crazy. And after I think 3 hours, it was 16, and then it just kept compounding like that. Again, like I mentioned, 87% of your customers literally just already want to leave you a review. And, you just have to ask them sometimes. So yeah, now that we covered all of this, and you guys have literally everything that you need, and all of the information that Google wants to track and keeps track of as well. So how do you automate this entire process? And that's all we're getting to right now. So if I scroll down further down here, oh yeah, by the way, if you do need everything that's written on to this sheet over here, literally message me on Facebook and Instagram. I have both of those set up now. 0 followers on both of them. But I have those set up. If you want to message me, literally just tell me, hey, I want this review sheet, and I'll send it directly to you for free, of course. Yeah. And the last one is AI automation. And so this not only makes sure that it covers all of your bases, it also makes sure that any reviews coming through to your Google page is only 4 and 5 star and above. And it's pretty cool the way that it does it. And I want to walk you through right now because I'm pretty excited to show you. Okay, so first things first. It all starts off on a page like this. This is going to be a live page on the internet with your branding, your logo, everything. And it's just going to ask your customer like, hey, how do you want to rate us? Trust me, it gets really cool, and I'll walk you through exactly how it works. But what happens is I link it up to my software with URL capture, and again, this is my business that I run. This is what I do for a living, and then from there, the software automatically tracks when customers come into your business, if they come through appointments and stuff like that. But if they just walk in like out of nowhere, you can just just click 2 buttons and it tells the software like, hey, this customer came into the practice or the business, and from there it's automatically going to start the process. Now the way that it does it is you can program it, and usually it's best practice to have this program to be sent out 30 to 45 minutes after they've had their service or their product or whatever. Reason being is because that's where they're going to be at the peak of their happiness. That's where they're going to start to see the benefits of the product that you gave them or the service. For example, if it's a massage, they're going to be feeling like super relaxed, super it's going to be a comfortable feeling, and at that point is where you want to jump in with this. Again, this is all automated, and it's going to personalize the message directly for that customer. Like, hey, Susie, in this example over here. And what's important in this message is this particular link. Now, this is called a trigger link that I'll create. And this link, it directs them back to this first page over here that I showed you. And with the trigger link, we can track exactly which customer actually left your review, which customer didn't. So that way we can automatically reach back out to them. And that's what makes it so cool. So you don't have to worry about okay, I'm gonna check my Google page. Oh, did this person leave a review? I can't tell this and that. But what this does is everything's tracked essentially. So now, what's even special over here is when they come to this page, for example, if they click on the 4 or 5 stars, what happens? Well, what happens is, let me undo that. So what happens is they get taken straight to your Google page like this. And again, this Google page is where they want to tell the entire world how amazing your business is, because they clicked on the 4 or 5 stars, So now what happens if they click on the 1, 2, 3 stars, which is a negative or a neutral review? In that case, what happens is they get taken directly to an internal complaints form. And I'll show you live how this works. It's all right now. But essentially what this does is, first of all, it doesn't get you permanently punished on Google. Second of all, you as a business owner can now take do your best to make sure that something like this never happens again, because you get in an email and directly to you after this customer fills it out. And from there, you can use whatever policy that you guys use to handle your customer relations, and you try to make it right with the customer and try to make sure it never happens again. Killing 2 birds, 1 stone again. But if I go onto this page here, and again, this will be branded with your particular logo or brand. And yeah, for example, let's say I want to click on, let's say 5 stars, cool, directly to the Google page. I'm already logged in over here, but for example, because I clicked on 5 stars, of course, I want to leave a 5-star review, and it's gonna, give me the option here, and I can, tell the entire world like, hey, how amazing Laura the acupuncturist is. But for example, so on this page, so if I want to, let's say, click on 2 stars, which is a neutral / negative review. So if I click on that, boom, cool. So here I can feel like this, hey, listen, your room was too cold or whatever. I didn't like the walk upstairs or something like that. And, anything that the customer is upset about, they'll let you know over here. And from there, an automated email response is going to send back out to this customer, letting them know, hey, like we got your feedback, and we appreciate your feedback, stuff like that. So it's going to handle that for you as well. And of course, as a business owner, you're going to get to read all of this, and from there you can make it right with the customer. But the last thing I want to mention is, every time a customer does leave you a review, and this happens through the software here, what happens is, anytime a review is registered on your Google page, it's going to keep track of that, and an AI is already programmed to respond to them according to the way that your business operates. For example, if you use a lot of formal language, the AI will use formal language. If you're like a casual business, kind of like speaking like the way I'm speaking, kind of basically, it will use that kind of language. So it's really cool. But yeah, if you guys want this built up for yourself, for your business, this is what I do for a living. I build AI automations, and I help businesses essentially buy back time by doing all of the daily tasks for them, essentially. But yeah, I'll leave a link down below, I think, or maybe just message me on Facebook or Instagram if you want something like this built for your business, and I'll go ahead and make something like that for you. The link is gonna be probably for like a call, discovery call with me, and I'll show you like a live demo of how everything like this operates, and how you can implement some of these things in your business. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. If you did enjoy the video, remember to leave a like and sub. But yeah, so last thing before I forget, if you do have any particular problem with your business that you want me to make a video about, just leave it below, or message me again on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll make a video specifically for you. And it gives me more content ideas as well, and I'll appreciate the comments as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Take it, bye.